And I think, or there is this guy called Coots who's saying a lot of smart stuff, but now I think he's wrong. I might be wrong as well, like, don't get me wrong. I could be wrong, but he says train is actually somewhere in Vancouver, which would make sense by all the logos. DE train is in Russia. Location Russia. Take a look at it. You're never lying to me again, okay? If you ever try to lie to me again about any maps, you will have to play kennels on competitive. Alright? Thank you very much. Either way. And it seems like we're having a new one here as well. Kylie, Kenny, I think the chat and also I will try to help you with understanding this game as we're right now in our pistol, where we're going to see Space Jam going full throttle towards the side of B as they're already making their way down. Yikander has to hit his shots, doesn't do so, tries his best. And so it's actually the control being taken, the ding happening onto Kree as Hito finds himself, it's my... And so it could be actually Robin. Finding himself a few there coming out of the connector. Steps have been heard. Van Vicious is able to fend Pishanok. Patience seems to be key here for Robin. As Fanadrock has a perfect positioning to actually just delay that bomb plan and actually make it impossible. He sees one body shot, does it. Van Vicious take it out by Robin. Either way. 1-0 for Space Jam. Actually, one guy asked, why did we start with that? So, knife round is usually happening in best of threes or in best of ones, in best of fives as well, to decide which team will start on which side. So it's a little bit of a coin flip kind of factor with a little bit of skill to it. Either way, Fanadrock finding himself Yikander, as the coin flip of pistols working or not is existent, but not going in favor of EPG, with Pishanok, Fan, and Robin and co. find themselves exactly what they're looking for. I like to break it to you. It's kind of surprising. EPGs for me, EPG is a little bit like the... It's a bit of the opportunity for many individuals to actually come up in the CIS scene. I personally think if you want to take a look out in the future, Yikander as well as Lion are two individuals you might want to keep your eyes very peeled for. Because I personally feel that they have a certain amount of skill and a certain skill set, which could become very handy. Logically, not only with the USPS as there... The Russian tower is falling. Pishanok breaks it down with 4 fracks. We're quite fast in it. Third round already on the board for Space Jam, and this is the point in time where Elements Pro Gaming will now find themselves real guns. The NWP onto Lion. Kree as well as Van Vicious now having the opportunity to take down a few more after they started in those 3 rounds with each 3 and 2. Now needing to continue, or more than likely start. That white, blue, and red engine. So Yikander taking out, moving towards Pop Dock, where he should hear a few steps. Especially I'm going to see Mar making the move. Shoulders seen soon. There it goes. Van Vicious barely losing any HP, so he's still lucky enough to have a good initial situation back on the base site, as Hooch is there as a supporter. And as the rotation from Space Jam is back towards T-Spawn, many options can still be considered at that point in time. So to say, Fanadrock tries to gain a little bit of ground and stomp the EPG players down where they belong. So far so good. It's Smai with the last shot. He's finding himself that bit of Kree, and so there's going to be 1 player less on the site of the CTs. Though it's Smai who's extremely wounded at that point in time, and Vicious has to hold it right now all on his own. He's not having the best position. He can connect onto Robin as well, so that bomb site, it will be taken by Space Jam. And as they're running away First one to be found, Hooch to be spotted. We should now be exposed by Yakander. Coming here for Pop Dog as the last man alive on the safety sites. And so it's going to be nothing staying there in the hands of the defenders. Elements Pro Gaming got to live with it. Hate it, you don't love it. But as we're at it right now, Creve and Vicious and Co. just going down to the pistols. I don't know how you guys feel about this. Like, the funny thing, we had a few types of predictions so far. And the best prediction we had is how many pauses is this game going to have? First of all, Lion, he's pausing It's My Streak, taking down Space Jam player. Kenner, only getting taken down. 16 HP he has. And actually, Komaf, I do read the chat. I just wanted to say something about it and wanted to encourage you. But first of all, we're seeing Van Vicious doing an encouraging play for the side of EPG, where it is actually crucial for Oxy's finding him with a gun that seems to be outdated and in the trash for most of the players. Yakander coming in from behind and might take a lot of frags at that point in time, only two to be very accurate. If he hits the right timing and hits the right frags, well, at the right position at that point in time. Hooch finding himself nothing yet. Going up, taking the height advantage. Not sure if he's going to be expected or not. He is. And that just now forces Alliance to stay patient. Fanet cannot hit his shot. Robin got to take a look from behind because there's a Yakander to come. And Fanet, a tiny corner, a frag coming in, and so he won himself a lot of time with the opportunity to find himself a third. That was nicely done by the ex-QBF player, and so Elements Pro Gaming cannot deliver when they should have never delivered either way. Beautiful. Love to see it. 5-0 for Space Jam. And Komaf, of course. I know Tom. I actually met him back in Germany once in a while. And I think there was a good story probably behind It's My. Maybe you heard Bon Jovi's It's My Life, though I don't even like the track at all, but it could be a legit option, and both do it! Hooch is into it, same goes for Fanet Rocket. Take a look at the chat right here. Yeah, Fanet, he's like, I probably hit you as well, but like, oh, isn't that nice? So Nate, he lands directly in front of his feet. He barely takes any damage off of it, surprisingly. Get CSGO, as it seems to be the case. And so Spice Jam. Player less Shannon going for the pause. Not quite sure why. Technically speaking, that would be a little bit too early to go for attack pause. It's 5-0. You're not down. You haven't lost a round yet. No one seems to be AFK either, so no PC or internet crash. It's weird. It's actually legit weird why you go for a pause there. Wait. There it goes. As now Robin is taken out by Yakander. It should be not too hard for EPG to find themselves what they need in such a round. And there we got Marcel's Van Vicious finding one. And Venya, I think that's his actual name. His actual in-game name. I'm having, you know, it's very embarrassing. I remember someone said it's Fenya for Van Vicious, but my memory strikes again. S3 does the same. And there goes a 5-0. Going into a 5-2-1, and as there has been a little technical mistake, I'm going to surprise you with something beautiful. Surprise, surprise, it's beauty. Did you know that I'm the god of camera drives. I'm driving a BMW, but not only that, I also drive a camera. It's insane what all I can do. Camera flies by like it's just a drone. And I think actually, yeah, unpause is being called, we're live at it. Space Jam versus the lads of EPG on the map pick of Space Jam. The god of camera drives. You're the god of female CS. I don't think that I'm a god of female CS. So I'm trying now pracking with a female team. Either way, enough with the personal story. I mean, I can tell you more, but you probably came here because you want to see EPG and Space Jam play. So I'm a hella interesting person. Either way, Green fighting himself. It's my first frack in favor of EPG. So Vinvinya trolling himself a very good timing as he could peek out and hit fracks at the right time. Robin stays in the flames for so long, escapes the Inferno. And Vinvicious position is now known. Fandit can connect. Hashanok, same kind of fate for him, 2v2. And Latvian needs to think twice about it. His shoulder is shown, Yekyonder needs to be found, but he goes silently around to sight. And Yekyonder, he saw his feet and took him out. Either way. Second coming in. And that leads us now to Space Jam having a very limited economy. And Van Gore to just like get a little bit of an idea of what he's saying. You know, I've been actually coaching a female team during the Copenhagen games. Like, I've not been their long-term coach, but I'm very good at screaming nice. You know, and I'm also very motivational, and I have a brain, if you didn't know. So that made me actually qualify for that, and I won a smartwatch. I mean, the girls, they won $15,000 but I won a smartwatch for free. It's like, wow, major success on first coaching, 100% success rate. Either way, Space Jam having a Fandit rocket down to 10 points of health is logically not the best situation for an RP1 to have, but as it is an AWP, one shot, one kill, all you need. But extremely vulnerable he is. With Kree now making steps, can you imagine It's My heard that. It starts to make the puzzle make sense, but either way, Pashano smoke himself towards the upper section. Vinvicious has a good position though. The Yekyonder, he might just fall to the attack of a Space Jam crew coming in. They're selling nothing yet. The bomb goes towards the B site. And the Lion is patient and extremely cool like an Iceman to not be caught away from his actual position. Talking about him, he finds himself Trick, as well as Kree getting himself It's My. That bomb has to go down, and it will be the case. Space Jam could go for the 6 right here. Question is, will they do so? Fandit is interested in it. A line. That was a beautiful shot on Pashanok, but it's all he's getting at that point in time. $4,750. He should try to save, because otherwise it will all fall short. The CT economy doesn't look strong either way, and Hooch is nearly the Russian James Bond, but there's a 1 in between, so James Bond light, you could say. Either way, 6-1 coming in for Space Jam. An EPG only saving up an AWP. And a good question, dear Coots. How does one go about becoming a coach for a female team? Lol. Well, to explain you, I flew to Copenhagen because of Team Singularity. They have a male team with Barbar, Benji, a few Swedes you might know. And I've been the caster for them. and I've been invited to stay in Copenhagen with them during the Copenhagen Games. And yeah, I was just actually, you know, I had a lot of time there in Copenhagen. I was staying behind the female team because, like, the male team had a coach and he knows what he's doing. And I just enjoyed them. They were actually nice personalities, hands down. I mean, many people say that female players are sometimes attention-seeking or something. I wouldn't majorly actually disagree with it, but they were a cool crew. That was very bad English. And either way, we're in the round number 9 already. Fanet has been spotted out. Yikiander gets himself Pishanok. Throwing it up, is getting himself into very dangerous grounds. That smoke popped a few seconds later. Could have been the Ops head ripped off by 5.56 ammunition. Either way, it's my taking a lot of ground. So it's my finding himself the first. Wrong reload time, and punishment comes in from Yikiander. Which brings us down to 3 versus 3, where steps from Robin. Loud like an elephant he is. But he expects where Hooch is, but not checking the corner. What is that? A crucial position, and he's not opening his eyes, which brings Fanet Rocket to be in a situation where the bomb is dropped not in his favor at all, and he needs to find free. Fanet Rocket against Huge, Vicious, and Yikiander. You hate to see it as a Space Jam fan. You'd love to see it as an EPG fan. But he still has 21 seconds. He still has an opportunity, but no, Vicious not into it. Yikiander with 3 frags, doing a major job for EPG. Half amount of the rounds now on the board for the CTs. And thank you, logically, for Noit Sandy. This is the most fun casting. I usually don't cast this way. I usually don't interact with the chat because it often seems kind of unprofessional. But, you know, I think it's worth a try always. Like, this is like StarSeries Qualifiers are right now the first time where I actually talk to the viewers. And Shiba, what you are saying right here is the worst thing you could ever say, because Germans, they have a very strong accent. Like here, It's My finds a beautiful frag onto Elian, now gets himself that free op, and he might just see a bit of a Yikiander, he gets a frag. And with that happening on the right, Kree, no problem to find It's My. Which brings Van Vicious into an easy situation to find Fanet, a single deagle alive onto Twixar, and that seals the deal. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, German accent is not easy. And German accent is... Yeah, we just have a problem pronouncing stuff. That's true. Germans have a problem. Like, there's a classic joke. Or, like, advertisement for English lessons in Germany, and German Coast Guard is there. And, the German Coast Guard says... Hello, what is your problem? And the British ship says, we're sinking, we're sinking. And the German Coast Guard says, what are you sinking about? Either way, going back into our game as we missed a few. Actually, the MP9 successful onto Robin, as that buy and that economy from EPG is growing and growing and bringing them actually in the direction where they might be able to secure the tie very soon. And with that tie secured very soon, Elian, Hooch, Van Vicious, Korean Yikiander, they might find themselves a bit of success after a pretty weak start, you could say. 2 more to go. Pishanok, sneaky as he is, going around the wagons. Hoochhat is being missed. And not a single shot on it. Elian punishment is there. You don't try to shoot down Hooch right here, and Fanet finding himself one. That was nasty to get it onto Hooch. Maybe could get himself a few more. The ex-QBF player with the $700 pistol lethal so far. He could get himself a few more left, right, and center if he connects it. Create an ice down. 5-6. Buy coming in from Space Jam as they have Major League $4,400 plus right in their bank accounts. And the funny story, we're going to make a game out of this, and I hope every one of you is being honest. You're going to guess the biggest age difference. What's the biggest age difference we're having here on the server? And how much is it? No, what's the biggest age difference and which players are it? That's the right way around it. Good game. Viewer interaction, I'm a god at this. JK. Either way. 1:35 left in the clock, and the CT is extremely well equipped with a double op setup there onto a line, as well as Hooch, as they're the first one is to be found by Twigstar in a rotation. So it's got to be an advantage for Space Jam to use. Momolo coming in from a line. He's denying one movement, slightly limited right here. And Vicious, yeah, he's falling into the flames. He's realizing it to his right is Pashanok. And where's the assistance of the teammates? He doesn't need any. Kree as well as a Lion. Both, well, not looking that great. It's from behind. Pashanok finds him. Op taken out. It's a 7th is there for Space Jam. And the buy is strong on 3 out of 5 players here from Elements Pro Gaming. And to now actually solve the riddle. The oldest player on the server is obviously Mr. Dmitry Bogdanov. Hooch, it is, 31 years old. The youngest one on the server is a man's last name I can't pronounce, so it's Robin, actually, from Space Jam. 31 to 16 years, which basically means 15, is it? No, 16 years difference. No, 15 years. Yeah, 15 years difference between 2 of the players. That's insane. Either way, young guns and old legends playing together here on Train in this Best of 3 series. We might have a little bit more to deliver. The flashback should give it the opportunity to do exactly this. In my quick maths, have been on point. Sorry, that's probably embarrassing. Van Vicious still finding himself a good one, securing himself an AK singles for Ikander. As 2 players are taken out and 2 guns have been now found. This could be surprisingly successful because I'm not quite sure how aware Fanad Rocka is right now of the situation. That happening, that's only down to Pashanok. 2 more he needs to find. Ikander has no piece of armor onto him. Van Vicious is a bit wounded. With that right now happening to his right, Pashanok should keep his eyes peeled as that smoke is going to fade very soon and the shots are coming in. That's information that can be used. And Pashanok takes his time, throws a smoke, and tries to fake it. He wants to take the bait. He does make it. But Van Vicious is better at shooting. Not allowing that this kind of salt stuff is even surviving. 6 to 7 it will be. Thank you very much, Shiva, for the kind compliments. Tom is doing a good job. And I think it would be very narcissistic to say, like, I am doing a good job. Okay, I am doing a good job here. I guess I'm doing my job quite right, I'd say. I hope that more offline tournaments are going to come in the future, but we're actually in our game. I'm not going to annoy you with my personal stuff, though I will do from time to time. Either way, 1:30 left on the clock. Time has barely ticked yet. And a Space Jam, to take a look at that real quick, started off with a 5-0 scoreline, going into a situation which feels more and more uncomfortable. Just taken out of the game. The smoke popping extremely late if you take a specific look at it. And the Lion taken out. Pashanok's aim is just right on point. And the steps are quite obvious. Blamed that they should be. Kree taken out, and Hooch, a falling Pashanok takes you out as well. Only a Ikander alive. A gun to save, as the CT's having a very mixed economy and not the best wallets, to be very fair, especially after this happened. It's gonna be a gun that might be very valuable, extremely, for future. And the 16-year-old taking the duel against Ikander, but off the shoulder being seen. But the op's doing a job. A quad coming in from Pashanok. 59 he is. And, frick, yes I am actually. I am actually German. And I think we have a very good Russian, or at least a guy who can read Karelian. His name is Pashanoz. You sure about that? I'm gonna Google and ask my Russian friends. If that is some vulgar stuff, I'm gonna find you, hunt you down, and make you play the Tech 9. With that being said, we've seen very interesting 5-7 plays so far, which are surprisingly successful. Which is, on the one hand, very impressive, but on the other hand, very worrisome when we take a look at the ZZ. As it is a very overpowered gun, and often not so much fun. Either way. Refunding himself, it's my... With the actually not so strong buy on the side of Space Jam. Excuse me, on the side of EPG, it's working quite well so far. Kree's taking a lot of ground. With that happening, Align is already on his second, wants to find a few more. As Fanadroka might be the victim to choose. He has not seen his head. The flashbang popping, Align not hitting. Robin now needs to be taken out, and that is actually the end. We should see ourselves a 7-8 scoreline if not even the no-scope does the job. And I think at Bishop, I heard what a lot of people said that. It's Venya, and I think I heard it with some Russian friend of mine. Props out to Microsoft, by the way. That is called Venya. I don't know, maybe you can explain me, well, something that is written F-E-N-V-I-C-I-O-U-S is called Venya. Maybe you can explain. I would be really interested to know. And yes, German is a hard language. I promise you that right now, straight. Like, I'm gonna give you an example, right? You say the. Come on. You say the. Don't go ready, please. The car. Okay? It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, the car. In German, it is das Auto. Okay, that sounds okay for the beginning, right? But interestingly enough, that just basically means the car, das Auto. What we have, though, is a noun. This is the noun. And that has 3 genders. So, the woman, which is obviously female, woman, a woman, is die Frau in German. Die Frau. So, die Frau, but the man is der Mann. So basically, the problem is that you know, you have this. You have basically this right now, and that's kind of worrisome. If you want to learn this language, you need to have a lot of patience. And I heard right now, our Russian friend, the dear, or not sure if he's Russian, but Follow White Rabbit said that there is actually a stream delay, and he's right. Taking a look in the Skype group told me that you are 100% right. Thank you very much. Okay, cast around in German, 100% not gonna happen. It's the worst language to cast in. It's a bad language to cast in, I would say. It's not fun. It's 100% not fun. Really. You know, if we would actually be an overpass, I could give you German lessons, because there are a lot of German letters around. But, god damn it. I can't go... Not good. Everything sounds so bad in German. No, I don't think so. I think, to be very fair, and I don't want to offend anyone, when I listen to Russian, it sounds always very aggressive to me. When I listen to something in German, it sounds also kind of aggressive, but not even bad. Like, it sounds kind of aggressive. And yeah, German is a very clear language. You know, we have very many words for very many things. How do I... God damn... Okay. And, Yeah, that's... Pavel Life, okay. German fun is listened to? No, I wouldn't say so. I think German is actually not really fun to listen to. It's really not fun to listen to. I'll learn. Yo, fuck! No. This is not cool. We're not allowing this. What is happening? Actually, a good question, right? You're asking why does some weird caster actually talk about languages? We're having a stream lag on the other sites of the Russian stream, so we're gonna have a little bit of a break here, which gives us the opportunity to talk about a lot of stuff together as a unit. Yeah. And actually, I find one of the most beautiful languages in this world to be Italian. Italian is a really, really good, good sounding language. God damn it. Coot's asking, what are your guys' thoughts on those two back into map pool? I like it a lot. I love those two. I think it's a great map. It's very basic. It's very much fun to play on your own. But also on the other hand, it's like kind of exhausting. Today I was in a prac with the Singularity female team. And very interesting things to learn. Very interesting things to learn and to get into. It just gets interesting like when we're 1 or 2 weeks in and there are going to be officials played on this map and people actually thought of real strategies coming in. I'm very excited for that. I'm very excited for that. Back with our pistol round. Perfect timing. We have Elements Pro Gaming and Space Jam, as it is the pick of the CT right now. It's going to be now very interesting to see Pshena, first of all, finding himself a lion, starting off strong and going full throttle right now on the site of B, as this is going to be the searching situation where it might work out very early on. Hooch finding himself Pshena, but he's the only man alive, not having armor, and bullets penetrating him down with a 97 EPG. Are falling short and have to go for a very unfortunate buy at that point in time. Talking about dust again, I think the point why you say there are no good strats on this map is because it has not been played competitively by pro teams right now. Like beforehand, yes. Right now the map has changed. It delivers us a good bunch of opportunities. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see how it will work out, how people react to it, how often will it be actually played. So I'm very excited to see it, and I hope to see very, very good stuff. First of all, I expect a lot of good stuff right now from Venya, who finds Fan the Rock is standing in the corner. A doubtable position, to be very fair and honest. As now the nades are raining in onto Yekender and his teammate Kree, who only loses a single point of health, whilst Yekender, well, he eats up pretty much most of the splitters. As the shrapnel going for him, putting him down to 13. Hooch with one now needs to start hitting a few more as Twigstars are taken out of the game. As it right now is Yekender hitting another one. Together the team is performing perfectly with those deagles and bringing it down to only Pishanok as well as It's My. This is a little bit of a surprise, and there a deagle shot comes in again. Pishanok with one. With 2. Not with a third. He gets himself Yagander, but that now needs to be Hooch. A body shot rules it out. Way too tight for both of the teams. But very unfortunate here from Space Jam. Shannock, by the way. 20-12. Whilst you have like Hooch on 514 on the EPG side. Kind of unfortunate. Kind of not really satisfying at all, but either way. Yeah, going in first of all aggressive towards the CT2 right now. Only down to just a basic buy. Pishanok is able to find himself 1, but found Rocket taken out. The B side now quite open. It's Mike cannot connect onto anyone as he's walking and deagling. And to his top right, he should have seen a lion. Didn't do so. 99. Elements Pro Gaming. Getting the tie, not so great for Space Jam. Which is IGL, by the way. Yeah, I know. I expected it to be the case, but usually what I do before casting is trying to add a few players from each team, ask them about the roles and how they're feeling, etc. Unfortunately, nobody replied to me today. Which is a shame, if you ask me. As now the destination is already set. EPG going quite fast now on the side of A. Logically though, because there's no buy coming in from Space Jam either way. Yagander, Twigs are out. Pishanok found Rock and Robin. You'll last for your life, but Space Jam might just fall short straight away right here at that point in time, and it would be not so fortunate. Venya. Find no one towards Ivy. At least the Deagle is going to be saved by Pishanok. Robin, not quite sure why he actually saves. Trying to go for exit frags at a quite weird angle, but he knows what he's doing. And I just realized I've been talking to myself as I accidentally muted myself. Not so smart. Yakindar. Myself and Rocka, and the good tips from Follow the Right Rabbit logically helping me to pronounce it a little bit better. It's my finding Yakindar. And the EPG sites once more seem to take quite easy control. Pishanok's boost could change it a bit. As he sees where a line stands and finds that player, putting it into a man-equalized situation. Whilst Hooch could hit a good timing. First of all, that's not going to happen. The bomb will be planted. So as he's switching, it's taking a long time to switch over to that AK, but now he might find himself, at least Pishanok, who seemingly wants to go towards Pop Doc, push down and assist the team to find one on another. And whilst that is happening, Hooch is a good positioning, trying to bait out Space Jam players as they know they can't pass Ivy that easily. And so that will be the 11th happening for EPG. The safe is coming in from Space Jam. They're going to keep it. With keeping that, it's allowing the site of Elements Pro Gaming to get onto the 11th, a 2-round advantage. Robin as well as Fanitz will probably be supported by It's My and Twigstar. As the guns are raining down, you gotta make it work once more. And Jerry Can Gaming is writing the the Czech Republic is the best country. He's writing that in German. I actually have to disagree with it, as I've been living in Prague for 4 months basically, but I didn't really enjoy it. I have to say, just not my cup of tea. I don't know. I like Germany a lot. It's a great country. Not always great people, but great country either way. With that right now happening, Hooch is getting taken out. Now, Vicious, who's actually Venya. They're bringing it all down to a 2 versus 2 after just 30 plus seconds. An AWP, as well as an AK, an AWP, as well as a rifle. But it seems like Elements Pro Gaming might be falling down. Space Jam onto the 11th. There they go. Finally the first one after they were successful in the pistol round. And so it could be possible that the CTs are now able to fortify it. If not, that will be a quite bad situation for them economically. And Jerry, we had that discussion actually. Germany is one hell of a hard language. It's not fun to learn. I promise you, it's not fun to learn. But it's interesting. Lion though, finding himself first of all, Pashanok. It's mine with the ground he's taking here towards Pop Doc. Oh, Leander is actually ruling it out, saying no, nobody. I think nobody will be Pop Doc. It's my still staying there. I can just hope that Hooch will not do that. Lucky enough he is, but Yekiander taking out the right timing. It's Mice hitting. The B side will be attacked. And Ervin Bates just was actually in Venya. Down to 8 HP. Finding himself a frack though. Not quite sure if Hooch heard those steps. It doesn't change the outcome. The 12th one is there. And EPG are able to secure themselves a 2-round advantage with not only that, but only an opponent down to just very, very essential and basic buy coming in. Results, seems like Space Jam cannot prevail anyhow in the upcoming round. Maybe in the future they're buying through though. Taking that back, actually, as it's a very understandable decision because first losing bonus coming in, it will take its time until that one is really worth saving. With that right now happening, we know ZZs and the possible outcome that they can deliver. You can with 1 and a second. That's the A side. Nearly taken. Twigstar, the only man alive. He needs to be found. Shouldn't be too tough to do so. As he's now out of the game. Fanit as well. Pashanok might be the lethal deaths coming in, but not happening. Fanit is the only man on a Space Jam site who could do a difference, but 3 fully armored, nearly full HP players, and well, one with 13, but it's Hooch either way, who's not the strongest fire right now on the side of EPG. It should be Space Jam holding up EPG very soon. The problem is though, this will be a 13 to 10. From the 13 to 10, Space Jam will come in with an eco. Yeah, and then you can kind of think of how it will go. The momentum will be good and big on the site of the Elements Pro Gaming. Bombs blowing up. 13th one there on the board. That now allows them to run away with this on the opponent's map pick, interestingly enough. Who do you think will win? It's a difficult one. I think Space Jam can return back into this. unfortunately, both teams have that kind of shaky mentality very often. We've seen it in a few rounds where losses, frags, executions should have never actually happened. Somehow they still did, and hard to predict. I would still go for EPG, though they have lost 4 out of the last 5 best of 3s. With that right now happening, Kree getting taken out, refrag happening onto Shannock. If that fortification of the site, it shouldn't be too much of a problem for EPG to secure that number 14. No defuse gonna happen, as it seems to be the case. 1 frag onto Space Jam. That's already nice. The best skin, in my opinion. I'm a very, very big fan of minimalistic designs. So, first of all, we're going to take a look at Hooch in a line finding too. But to answer your question, the best skin, in my personal opinion, is the Op Graphite. Hands down. Op Graphite is a very good skin. Many people might think this caster is actually so dumb. I've never seen anyone different so dumb, but no. I think minimalistic designs are the ones who actually stick to our head, stick in our minds, as some extravagant stuff is there for the moment, but I think classics will always prevail somehow. And the Op Graphite, it's a good example for that in my opinion. And right now, it seems to be a good example for great CT work Space Jam gotta deliver us. It could be the round number 15 EPG will pick. Logically only in case Space Jam not having their job done well. I'm not quite sure how Itzmai was not actually getting any damage from that grenade. Right time he hits though, Venya finding Itzmai, and that might be round number 15 coming in here, because only an AWP as well as an M-Force coming in. And with that number 15, shouldn't be too much of a problem for the guys around Hooch to make it all possible. So from then on, once more the CT economy is not looking brilliant at all. 50, 450, 150. Strong economy looks different. Filled wallets, they look hella different. And that brings Space Jam in a situation where their own map pick might backfire straight away. One more that EPG needs. I have no idea, dude, Jerry, but I have no problem with it. It's always enjoyable having someone to talk to, especially as right now the chat is very likable, very nice, and actually very cool. First of all, we're going to see Venya and his team not deciding yet on which side to go. Hooch as well as his teammates trying to control a little bit of ground. Make a statement. Interestingly enough, the B side is extremely vulnerable. It's Fanet. He's not having an option to see a thing. That is a great execution coming in, and that forces a lot of players to do the rotation. But as it is right now happening, that's gonna be one, and Robin might be the one who will do the difference right here. Kree, which one was that shot on Fanet? As Robin though right now stays in a perfect corner, that bomb is going down. And it's getting a little tricky because Hooch is on his own. He's not the strongest fragger, but he has the opportunity to play out the opponent. Sees where Robin is, one down. And unfortunate for him, Itzmai coming out of the corner. 15-11, Space Jam getting that defuse done. A fake, not 100% sold. Shannock doing a long way around, getting himself the op. There it goes. We did it, chat. We're cool. I mean, so far, at least. Maybe this turns around. We'll see. We'll see, either way. Thing worth mentioning, and especially interesting. EPG have still a great economy. They will have a great economy after this round in case they're losing it. Not too much of a problem. Their bank accounts are right now. Yekion, their position is very much in the open. Not quite sure if Twixter could actually see that. Elion finds exactly the individual we've been talking about. And Itzmai is spotted as well and taken out. 2 players less on the side of Space Jam. As Robin is not successful enough to find another crease, massively wounded. But it's allowing Elements Pro Gaming to now utilize that. Pashanok down, Fana to find, he's exposed. That should be over. Elion with the third. And with that happening right now, we've seen a beautiful train starting off strong for Space Jam, turned around by Elements Pro Gaming, ending 16-11 for Hooch and his crew. That was map number 1. We're going to see each other soon on our second one, which is going to be Cobblestone, the map that has been brutally removed from the active map pool, replaced by Dust, which you already had a conversation on. We're going to take a little break, grab yourself something to drink and something to eat, and we'll be right back with map number 2 at the StarSeries iLeague Season 5 Qualifier CIS.
LootBet, online esports betting. Dota, CSGO, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and many more. Bet on tournament matches or in-game events while viewing them live. Deposit using money, bitcoins, or even skins. Join LootBet now. Use the code you see here when you deposit and grab your bonus.